Hunter Biden's trial in California ended before it started yesterday because he was charged with 9 tax charges. And he was facing, a long time in prison. And he decided, you know what, let's just cut to the chase. I did it, Your Honor. I did it. And he said, after the last 5 years where I've really sobered up, I realize that I have to make amends. And so I'm just going to tell you that I did it. The judge said, wait. So you're agreeing that you committed every element of every crime? Yes, Your Honor, you did. I do, because I really feel I've learned my lesson and I should pay for my crimes. So after 5 years of denying all of this, putting us through this horrendous ordeal, the first son comes out yesterday and says, yeah, I did it. What? Hang on. What's his name? Who is this? Hello?
Hi. Hello?
Yes, hello. Yes.
Yes, Alan Newman.
Alan Newman. Hi, Alan.
Yes,
how are
one
you?
of Hunter Biden's attorneys heard you talking about the story and wanted to
yes,
to contribute to the conversation.
Okay.
Make sure that you got the facts accurately. You seem to be skeptical about what went on yesterday.
Well, it seems kind of odd that he spent 5 years saying that he didn't do any of these things,
right.
And then he goes to trial and he says, "All right, I did it.
Yes,
guilty."
Yes. He's guilty of these crimes, and he wants to take responsibility.
He what? Hello?
He wants to take responsibility for his actions.
Are you okay? Or
Hunter Biden has spent his entire adult years trying to make good for the things that he did, and he's now in a time in his life, a season where he's able to do that, and we just think it's a wonderful thing.
Oh, wait a minute. Hold on just a second. Oh, what are you laughing about?
Look, we wanted to make sure the legal system was treated with the respect it deserves.
Are you all right? You're all right.
The American people deserve the truth.
So this is all on the up and up. He feels really, really bad.
Hunter has had Hunter Biden is a loving father.
and this, hang on just a second. I'm talking to Hunter Biden's attorney. In case you haven't heard, he suddenly decided that he was guilty on all charges. This doesn't have anything to do with him just counting on his dad or Kamala to pardon him, does it?
Oh. Absolutely not, Glenn. We've never even considered.
All right. We thank Hunter Biden's attorney for joining us today's program. No. I mean, I don't think that's a problem. Hang up the phone. All right. So we've wasted all of this money, all of this time. How many times do they have to, really honestly, lie to you?
Eden Pure is back with their famous Thunderstorm air purifier. It's their top seller air purifier that quickly destroys viruses, odors, mold, and so much more. With thousands of 5-star reviews, you know it works. Any smell will vanish after just a few seconds. of the thunderstorm being plugged in. Odors, litter boxes, trash cans, cigarette smokes, dirty diapers. Wow, I don't want to visit that house. The powerful thunderstorm sends out O3 molecules that seek out and destroy odors. I have these in my house. They're great. The molecules go behind and under furniture. Nothing can hide from the thunderstorm. Best of all, no filters to buy over and over again, saving you money. Start enjoying your home again and get several thunderstorms. Right now, you can save $200 on an Eden Pure Thunderstorm 3-pack for the whole home protection. You get 3 units for under $200. Put one in your basement, bedroom, family room, kitchen, wherever you need the air to be clean. Go to EdenPureDeals.com, EdenPureDeals.com. Use the promo code Beck and save.
How many times do they have to lie to you? He didn't do any of those tax crimes. He was absolutely innocent. The laptop wasn't real. He wasn't working for the Chinese. Oh, Dad had no idea. Nobody in the family was enriching themselves. How many times does this administration, does Kamala Harris and the Democrats and the media, how many times do they need to lie to America? Look them dead in the eye and lie to them before they wake up? How many millions of dollars have we wasted? How much airtime has been wasted? How many families have been driven apart because of these lies? And now, spit in your face. Oh yeah, I did them. Second spit in your face, and I'm not going to pay for it. I'm going to get away with it. Yeah, I'm going to go to prison for a very long time. It's not just the lies. It's the fact that they just think you're this stupid. You would never allow a friend to do this to you. You would certainly never let a guardian do this to you. You would never let an employee do this to you. Why do you allow this to continue to happen? Why, America? Why? Do you know what they're doing right now? They're Trump-proofing the DOJ. This is a story from John Solomon and Just the News. They're using a hiring authority that is outside of the normal competitive process for hiring career officials. Normally, to be hired as a career civil service job, you have to list it in usajobs.gov. Then they have several candidates. They go through them. They go through a competitive process to choose these people. And then the DOJ hires from that. But the DOJ is using a process outside of that, the non-competitive process. And they're hiring hundreds of attorneys into areas that are going to be vital to protecting the Biden-Harris administration policies from a Trump administration or another future administration. So what they've done is they've taken everything that they wanted and they are codifying it now by putting attorneys all around it that Trump cannot fire. I got to tell you, if Trump gets in, I really want him to utter these words. Just for me, it may not make a difference to anybody else, but just for me, I really want him to say, I've dealt in real estate my entire life, so I'm pretty good at speculating housing prices and what's going to be a value and what's not. You know that $5 million house that you have in the Washington area? It's going to be worth dog crap very soon because I am firing so many people. Housing is going to be plentiful in the tri-state area. Jeez. He is going to have to fire so many people. And they're going to fight. And they're going to say, oh, this is my favorite word, draconian. I love that word because I use it every day. Don't you use draconian, Stu, almost every day in your regular life?
Absolutely, Glenn. I make sure I use it 5-10 times a day.
Yeah, it's draconian. It's draconian. You mean like Dracula? They're already sucking the blood out of our neck. What are you talking about? Anyway, so we have that to look forward to. By the way, a top Department of Justice spokesperson in New York was caught on a hidden camera ripping Alvin Bragg, the Manhattan District Attorney, the one that went after Donald Trump. Now, this is the chief spokesperson for the southern part of New York. This is New York City. Chief spokesperson for the Justice Department and the Manhattan U.S. Attorney's Office. Okay, he was, trying to, romance a woman and impress a woman. He says, and he said, "I got to tell you, this case that Bragg brought up, it's nonsense. It's nonsense." He said he'd known Bragg for 15 years, previously worked with him, described the unprecedented hush money case against Trump as a perversion of justice. Listen to the bit of this tape from Steven Crowder's people.
The whole thing is disgusting. They're just out to get him. And that's why he's surging in the polls. It's a perversion of justice. He was stacking charges and rearranging things just to make it fit a case. No, to be honest with you, I think the case is nonsense. State levels are Wild West. They're like idiots. They don't care. They're all political. So yeah, this guy's probably going to try to lock him up, and it's going to be ugly. They're so obsessed with getting him.
So he said, wait a minute, hang on just a second. Do we have his attorney on the phone? We have his attorney on the phone. Because what he said was he was just trying to impress a girl, and it was nothing that. Hello, who is this?
Michael and Alan Newman.
Alan, you're back.
Yes, our client was, as you mentioned, just trying to impress a girl, and that's all.
So when he said it's a perversion of justice, he didn't.
I came up with that one. Yeah.
He didn't mean that. He was just trying to impress a girl.
He was he meant it, but he was trying to impress. And we've all said things to the ladies.
We've never.
Glenn,
we've never.
Every once in a while, we've all stepped down that road.
He said, at the federal level where I work, there's a 90-day rule where you can't make any decisions on cases that are going to affect an election within 90 days of the election. But the rule doesn't apply at the state level because the state level, it's like the effing Wild West. They're like idiots. They don't care. They're all political. To put it mildly, it's a mockery of justice. This whole thing is disgusting. They're just out to get Trump.
Glenn, it's a travesty.
It's a travesty.
It's a sham.
Yeah.
It's a mockery.
It's a travesty.
It's a travesty mockery.
Okay. Well, he apparently is back in the good graces of everybody because he said, I regretfully made some statements in private in a social setting that don't reflect my views about two local and state prosecutions.
Right. They don't reflect our views at all.
Yeah. All right. Thank you very much, Mr. Newman. Well. Stu, you weren't around there, strangely, for those two phone calls from the attorneys. I don't think they're spitting in the face of the American public. Do you? I mean,
not at all. No, this is exactly how justice is supposed to play out. Especially the way that, the Hunter Biden one is such a great example of it. Like, it certainly appears, Glenn, that Hunter Biden tried to come in. He tried to plead. What was it? An Alford plea? I didn't even recognize the term, but it was basically to say you're guilty without admitting guilt, which I don't know why that's a thing, but apparently it's a thing. They tried to negotiate that, and then they're like, "Well, we're not going to accept that type of plea." They're like, give us a half an hour. And then they just came back and he's just entirely guilty and totally fine with it. Like every single thing in my mind points to he got a call from daddy. He called his dad. His dad said, all right, I'm just going to just plead guilty. And the second we get past this election, I'll pardon you.
And that's absolutely going to happen. And I remember when Ford did that with Nixon. And, oh, man, everybody was pissed off. My dad, who actually said, you know, Nixon does the same thing that everybody else does. They just got him because he's a Republican. I don't know if that's true. It just didn't feel right to me, but maybe it is now with some of the stuff that we know. But still, he was pissed at Ford. He was for Nixon, and he was pissed at Ford. He's like, that was a dirty deal. That was a deal made to get him out of the office. And it was. And the same deal has been made. If, you know, should I die in office, Kamala, you have to pardon every member of my family and me. And if I'm still in office, before I leave, I'm going to pardon everybody in my family. It is a perversion of justice. Why would you have to pardon your family if you didn't do anything the whole time? This whole time, do you know how much money and energy has been spent? Do you know how many people have their reputations destroyed because you said the laptop wasn't real? Because you said none of these charges are real. You had 50 former CIA and intelligence officials lie and say this was a Russian operative and a Russian op, and you threw the election. Trump would have won, according to all polls, had people believed the laptop. He would have won. So you lied, you cheated, you stole. Then you lied again to the American people. You employed 56 people from the CIA and intelligence who we no longer believe anymore. You destroyed the credibility of anybody in intelligence. Then you had to spend millions of dollars on this. You tore families apart, arguing back and forth. The laptop's not real. You're a conspiracy theorist. All of that stuff, all of the damage done to our families, all of the damage done to reputations, all of the money that has been spent, and now you spit in our face and say, yeah, yeah, I did it. I did it. And I'm really, really sorry about it. How dare you? How dare you? Damn America, wake up!